Interesting stuff. Who makes you a Trek? Who makes you a Canyon? Quest. Composite technology from China. Let's have a look what Trek makes. Louisville Slugger. So these guys make the Louisville Slugger. I don't even know how to turn this. How do you get this? How do you flick through all these? Here we go. Trek. So they make carbon Trek bikes, some of the carbon Trek. Now, I definitely rate the Trek product. I've got a couple of Treks myself, been riding Trek product for about 20 years now. And most of the carbon bikes made by Giant or Quest composite technology about Quest. So this is where your Canyons come from as well. So you've got the Canyon bike there. So they world-class production in China. A lot of people think Canyon's made in Germany. It's not. Canyon making the Katusha bikes, making the Quintana bikes, company news. Let's have a look. So this is, a lot of people don't understand the bike industry is that, imagine if Quest brought out a road bike or a mountain bike. No one would fucking buy it. But if it's got a Trek Madone label on there, people are going to be buying it. Sporting goods, medical products. So, they do all sorts of stuff. Constant bike frames. Key partner, the best. This is pretty amazing that they're public with this. Normally this stuff's really hushed down. Can we click on that? Can I buy like a Madone off the factory floor? Get a Durianrider print on there. So this is where your bikes come from, your Canyon and your Trek. But there's a lot of snobbery in the bike industry, isn't there? There's a lot of snobbery. You go to the cafe and someone's sitting there with a brand new Madone or a Canyon Ultralight, and there's that sort of snobbery where people are like, don't park it next to, a cheaper bike. But they're all coming out of China, Taiwan, Cambodia, etc. So there doesn't seem to be that much information on here. But they make the Louisville Slugger. Is made on the same production line as your Madone, it looks like. And they love having that little Madone they're going with. I thought those Madones were made in the US. But it doesn't look like they are. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Trek offer a good lifetime warranty. Some people have an argument about the warranty. Some people get denied a warranty, but with carbon products, some of the stuff just cracks from getting dropped at the cafe, etc. But this is where your Canyon's coming from. Let's have a look. There's a Canyon bike, which is really expensive right here. Canyon... was it Craftwork? Cycling tips. Let's go to cycling tips. I always have a shiny picture there. And so Canyon, got this super bike. I mean, it looks sort of cool in that photo. Those zips look sort of cool. But how much does it cost? It costs like, let's have a look at the price of this motherfucker. 10,000 euros. And it's made by China. I just think, but hey, you buy what you want to buy. You buy what you want to buy. But we've got a $10,000 bike here made in the same factory as a Louisville Slugger. How many Louisville Sluggers can you buy? If you sticky taped a whole bunch of Louisville Sluggers together, you could have two on the fork. Would it work? But I don't think it would work. But anyway, you buy what you want to buy. But that is, how do I get some carbon calves? Can I get my legs replaced with a carbon to save weight, carbon bones? Anyway, that's 10,000 euros. You buy what you want to buy, but it's all coming out of China, majority of it. So don't be too much of a snob at the cafe. Understand that your bike, top-end carbon bike, maybe a few €100 to produce the frame, maybe. Maximum 300 euros to produce any top-of-line Canyon, Specialized Trek, Pinarello, Colnago, max 300 euros for a frame set. And if anyone disagrees with me, then I'm open to being wrong with that one. But otherwise, that's where your carbon Trek comes from. Your carbon Canyon, they all come from China these days, BMC, etc. It's all, it's all good in the hood. But I think the markup on some of the frames is a bit excessive. But hey, that's the bike industry, man. There's a lot of money to be made. A lot of money to be made from people who don't know better. And they become the snobs at the cafe. It's hilarious. I've been riding road bikes for about 20 years, and the snobbery levels has increased so much. So before you park your $10,000 bike at the cafe, pretending you're the king or the queen, just remember it came from China, and it cost maybe 300 euros to make. So don't be too Rolls Royce-ish towards the new riders who haven't got that bling just yet. And just because you got a $400 jersey doesn't make you any more special than someone who's riding a t-shirt. As long as everyone's out in the bike, having fun, getting it done, carving the fuck up, and getting it done and being ambassadors for cycling in general. Not snobs, but ambassadors to get more people on bikes. Because we need more bums on bikes. Whether you ride a €10,000 bike or a €100 bike. If you're on a bike, that's the main thing.